Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir. I'm a fellow of Realty Issue of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage and your host. Tonight we picked up a topic, a perfect storm in real estate. Most recent a quarter basis point interest rate hike by Bank of Canada has created a lot of storm in real estate industry. Now affordability has become a more issue. It's a more pain, particularly for those who have who are holder of variable mortgage. BMO and CIBC has already increased their fixed mortgage rates, and more bank will and lender will follow. And it's very, very important to all of you to know that we as a consumer need to keep eye on this Bank of Canada mortgage rate, because each time they increase the interest rate, all the banks who borrow money from the bank to lend you the money, they will also increase the rate. I give you an example of that. When mortgage rate was, let's say, 2% from Bank of Canada, or in fact, they were half a point, and bank was charging you 2%, for example, or some less. So with all the expenses, they were getting 3 times the rate. If you borrow it at 0.5, 50, half a percent, they're selling it as a 1%, plus minus expenses, they're still making double the amount of the money. They're making more money when interest rate is down. Now when the interest rate goes up, their profitability goes down. Because if they are borrowing it now at 4.75 and they're giving you at 5.6, 5.7, depending on discount they give it to you, they're making a small profit margin. And this is why, but the variable where they really recoup a lot of money there, because I had a more line of credit. I was paying, I believe it was a 6.7. Now they added another quarter to it. So automatically I expect that it's going to be 6.95. And because if you have borrowed this money a couple of years ago when the rate was low, the money is already spent. Or the money you borrowed for the mortgage is already spent. But you're paying more money because your interest rate has gone up because of variable mortgage. Now, are we going into recession because our inflation has not come down? According to the Bank of Canada, is 3.5 to 4.1%. So people are anxious, they're worried, they're concerned. What is going to happen? I'm going to share the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board market-wide data with you, where there was some improvement in the average price and also sale. But now all of a sudden this change, and it appears that more job was created. They want to slow down the economy. And what major impact is going to have is the first-time home buyers. They're going to take years to have a deposit, down payment, to get a mortgage, because price has gone up. Price has not gone down. And the rental income property will suffer, because lots of people who want to rent it is going to be more expensive to borrow. I give you an example of it. If you buy $1 million house and you want to rent it, and if you get, depending on 5.5, 6%, whatever rate that you go, you're going to end up with over 5,500, 5,000 a month. The rent of that property may be 4,500, 4,000. So that means you're going to be putting monthly about $1,000 to $500 a month from your pocket to invest in the property. So you're not gaining it, especially the prices that has declined a little bit. You cannot balance them unless you put a very significant down payment. And it used to be 36 to 40%. Now you have to pay over 50% in order to balance based on the income. So basically you have to make sure you finish the basement and you create a second dwelling, maybe $100,000 you invest. So create the income to pay for that. I think I talk about that the other business. So it's showing also the construction building permits are also slowing down now as compared to before. And how? And this hike is really impacting people now. People are worried because their affordability is issue, and particularly those who are renewing it now. They're coming in the market for renewing it. And they can't qualify if somebody has lost the job, their income has dropped. And the rules are stress test is still the same. So if you have a discounted price, contract price, they will charge 2% stress test. So if give you 5.25, it's going to be 7.25 as a criteria to qualify you. How many of you who have bought bigger property, bigger value property, and they don't have that income now, or they took a chance and they took 1 year mortgage, and now it's time for renew it, and look, interest rates have gone up. So are you in that perfect storm in real estate? Because if you don't have the budget, if you don't have reserve funds, you don't have the equity in the house, or you have created a line of credit, you can draw down and pay the money until you find and increase your income, or you even want to dispose of your property. And this is where you have to make a decision what you're going to do, because now a decision time. And this is what I always suggested to my consumers. You know, each location is different. But your financial, your budget, monthly budget, a smart consumer always create a budget. And their forecast is that how much they're going to be paying mortgage this year, groceries, school fees, all the expenses, car, insurance, everything, property taxes, maintenance. So you create a budget. You might have to cut down some unessential things, especially making a player trips now, because you need to pay the mortgage to make sure that you are paying the mortgage. Once you default or delay a payment, whether it's utilities or your lease equipment or mortgage or credit cards or other debt line of credit or mortgages, it reflects very negatively on your credit rating. So it's very important to talk about it, and talk about it to make sure that you make alternate arrangement to avoid this storm, which is going to affect you. It's not necessarily going to affect the entire industry. It's an individual thing. Each household that owns a property has its own challenges, which we normally don't talk about it. But professionals are there to help you to avoid those challenges. If you are dealing with a realtor, you're dealing with a mortgage agent, or you're dealing with a lawyer, or you're dealing with your any other consultant, financial advisor, go and talk with them. And most cases, especially in real estate, if you are my client, I'm available to you 24/7 to give you guidance and tell you what you do, because I'm also principal brokerage of Canada Express Mortgage, license number 13241. I can talk about the mortgage and educate you so you can prevail through these circumstances, so you can float through it and you can handle these things. But if you know that your financial income scenario is not going to change in the near future, and you are this in turmoil, in this storm, where you can handle the financial obligation, I tell you, this also affects the family life, because it's going to affect you and all the family, because you're worried about it, you're concerned about it, you want to make sure the shelter is for, you have a shelter for your family. And this is the only asset that you have to support. We don't have any savings. You know, we pay taxes, and after paying all these food and groceries and education, kids, and all those expenses, plus GST, HST, 13%, you got a very small window of saving that is left. So it's very, very important to create your budget and look through it. Make a decision, and very prompt decision. It's very, very important that you have that conversation with the family and say where you stand, how much money you have, what is the income, inflow and outflow. That means how much money is coming in, how much going out. By doing that, calculating your budget, you have an idea whether you can survive through the turbulence time. It doesn't appear that mortgage rate will be falling in 2023. There is a possibility of going toward the third or fourth quarter in 24, because if the inflation is achieved 2% as Bank of Canada wants, that they might want to lower the interest rate. But before they do that, it's going to climb up. So as I did a survey about a couple of months ago, where majority of the people think that consumer, that 1% increase is likely happen in 2023. So far we have 0.75 now. I am predicting it's going to be a total between 1.25 to 1.75 this year altogether. So more interest rates increases from Bank of Canada should be coming in July. Hopefully not in July, but maybe in September, but you can expect more interest rate hike coming up. So this is why it's important, because affordability will become a big issue, because now many of you will not be able to afford the mortgage. So what do? You have equity. Do you want to lose your equity? But you look and see how much you're paying, and what if you rent the same house, how much you will be paying, and you will not get nothing in return. And you have to depend on the landlord. There are a lot of issues. So at the end of the day, if you cannot pay mortgage and you have equity, at least you can save equity. Talk to your family. Talk to your friends who can help you, lend you money. But this is a long process. It's not a simple, short time process now, because this is going on. It's going to happen probably. The challenge that we have is going to, the storm that we have now, if more increase is coming, it's going to get more complicated and more challenging. So right now, the mortgage rate, they are showing 5-year fix about 6.29, 1 year, 3 years is 6.14, and 5 years is 6.449. And it varies from one to another. And your prime rate is 6.7%, but right now adding another quarter is going to be 6.795. So it's touching 6. I am the opinion that it's going to go to about 7.5 or maybe 8% toward end of this year. 8% variable mortgage or for prime rate for everyone. So what happened is because of threshold, you less qualify. So what can you buy now based on the price? We're going to talk about price. The average price of a condo unit in Toronto in May was $784,914. And in 905 area, it was $677,874. So imagine that. Biggest challenge now is down payment for the first-time home buyer. Our townhome in 416 is $1,068,487. And in 905 is $986,671. That is the average price in May 2023. Now, a Sammy in 416 is $1,398,821 in Toronto, 416. And 905 is a $1,083,651. This is a Toronto Regional Real Estate Board Market Watch. And detached home in 416, $1,913,132. And 905 area is $1,444,234. And 1,444,234 in 905 area. So I can look at that, the sale, we can look at the summary, and then we see the percentage of change. We have more sale in 2023 May as compared to May 2022. In 2022, we have 7,226, and in 23 May, we have 9,012. So sale is gone up 24.7% in May. Before announcement came for the interest rate. So it's going to show the impact in June, what happens now in July when we get the report for the June. Our new listing has declined. We have 18,687 listing in May 2022, and we have new listing of 15,194. So there's a minus 18.7. So it has improved a little bit as compared to a previous month. Now, active listing, we have now minus 23.1%. We have 15,430 listing in May last year, and this year in May we have 11,868. Look at the average price. I'm going to show you this. The average price is minus 1.2 as compared to May. So it's catching up already. So in May we have 1,210,372 average price considering all the transactions, all the properties. And average price in 23 is 1,196,101. So list day on the market increased 16.7% from 12 days to 14 days. And property days on the market, 11.1% increase, 18 to 20 days. So it's taking longer. Now, we already talked about that. So let's look at the percentage of sale and then the average purchase price. So we have okay. We're going to talk about the average price and percentage year over year. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back and continue our conversation on a perfect storm in real estate.
हसीन लगना तो सभी चाहते हैं, मगर हुस्न का निखार तभी मुमकिन है जब आपका स्टाइलिस्ट हो एक्सपर्ट एंड क्वालिफाइड। ब्यूटी बार एंड ब्राइडल, ऑल एक्सपर्टीज इन वन पॉइंट। हमारे यहाँ थ्रेडिंग, लेटेस्ट फेशियल ट्रीटमेंट, बेस्ट बॉडी वैक्सिंग, मेकओवर जैसा आप चाहें, जबरदस्त ब्राइडल पैकेज, मैनिक्योर, पेडिक्योर, केराटिन ट्रीटमेंट, क्रायो हेयर ट्रीटमेंट और बहुत कुछ जो आपके हुस्न को चार चांद लगा दे। तो देर किस बात की, अभी विजिट कीजिए ब्यूटी बार एंड ब्राइडल। वी आर लोकेटेड एट 5150 डिक्सी रोड, यूनिट 6, मिसिसागा। अवार्ड विनिंग इंडियन ब्यूटी सैलून। For appointments, call now 437-324-2885. Beauty Bar and Bridal, one-stop beauty salon.
आओ चले ईद बाजार, चलो चले ईद बाजार। चूड़ियां, झुमके, जूते, पान, लगाए मेहंदी और सामान, लेडीज जेंट्स कपड़े, सूट, शेरवानी और सैंडल बूट, सुर्खी पाउडर और सिंगार, फ्री एंट्री इस बाजार। चीज मयारी, सस्ते दाम, वहाँ की हर शे आए काम। आओ चले, चलो चले Eid Bazaar, presented by Awaz Entertainment and PJ International at Swagat Banquet Hall on 26th and 27 June.
Summer is here, and it's time to celebrate. Summer Fun Fest is back and bigger than ever. Join us on July 1st and 2nd in Mississauga. Immerse yourself in a unique and unforgettable atmosphere where you can create memories that will last a lifetime. Whether you're looking for a thrill on the rides, indulging in your favorite festival foods, or enjoying the dazzling fireworks, Summer Fun Fest has something for everyone. And the best part, all are welcome. Bring your family and friends along for an incredible summer experience you won't forget. So, grab your family and friends and join us at Summer Fun Fest from 1 p.m. till midnight on July 1st and 2nd. This is the perfect opportunity to celebrate the festivities of Eid and Canada Day in style. Summer Fun Fest, where memories are made.
मुसलमान होने के नाते हमें इस बात पे फख्र है कि हम हलाल तरीके से जिंदगी गुजार रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको इस बात का कैसे पता चलेगा जिन हेल्थ सप्लीमेंट्स का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो हलाल हैं या नहीं? पेश करते हैं न्यूट्रिलक्स। हमारे पास बेहतरीन क्वालिटी और रेंज ऑफ हेल्थ सप्लीमेंट्स मौजूद हैं जो कि हलाल सर्टिफाइड हैं और 100% वीगन हैं। बच्चों के लिए हमारे पास मजेदार गमी की शक्ल में विटामिन्स मौजूद हैं जो उनकी जरूरी गजाइयत को हासिल करना आसान और खुशगवार बनाते हैं। मर्दों के लिए हमारे सप्लीमेंट सेहतमंद और तंदुरुस्त रहने का आसान तरीका पेश करते हैं, चाहे आप एक एथलीट हो, बिजी प्रोफेशनल या पेरेंट। खवातीन के लिए हमारे सप्लीमेंट्स हैं जो आपकी मजमूई सेहत और तंदुरुस्ती में मदद करते हैं, चाहे आप अपनी एनर्जी को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं या अपने स्किन और बालों को सेहतमंद रखना चाहते हैं। और बुजुर्गों के लिए हमारे टैबलेट्स आपकी सेहत की खुसूसी जरूरियात को पूरा करने और आपकी उम्र के साथ साथ आपको एक्टिव और इंडिपेंडेंट रहने में एक अहम किरदार अदा करती है। न्यूट्रिलक्स सप्लीमेंट्स जिंदगी के हर मरहले के लिए, ताकि आप अपने हलाल अख्तार पर कायम रह सकें।
HK Movers, home, offices, apartments and delivery, big or small, we move it all.
HK Movers.
Local and long distance, we also ship cars, Kalar transport and moving services.
For service with a smile, give us a call.
Call Mr. Harminder 416-524-6704.
416-524-6704 पे.
Visit 140 Advanced Boulevard, Unit number 10, Brampton.
Long distance moving specialist.
HK Movers. HK Movers.
Welcome to EB Electronics. 647-762-3956.
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस पिछले 16 सालों से खरीदारों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं। हम लगातार 4 सालों से खरीदारों की पहली पसंद बने रहने का अवार्ड हासिल कर चुके हैं। हम किचनर्स, बॉश, वर्लपूल, एलजी, सैमसंग और जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ लें। हम आप सभी को टीवी सबसे ज्यादा रियायती दामों पर देने की गारंटी देते हैं। www.dixieelectronics.ca हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएं या अभी कॉल करें 9056255900। सभी बहुत ही मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब हैं जो आप बाआसानी से ले सकते हैं। At Dixie, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
Zoc. Now it's fully renovated. Live catering, barbecue, tandoor, जलेबियाँ, fresh naan. तकरीब आपके घर में हो या घर से बाहर, Zoc is providing full service now, and Zoc has opened a new banquet hall, garden event center. आपका Zoc देखकर लोग कहेंगे क्या Zoc है आपका? Call right now 905-625-7786. Zoc वालों की.
Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz and Tema in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir. I'm a fellow of Rules Issue of Canada, a broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. I'm also principal broker of Canada Express Mortgage Inc. license number 13241. We are talking about the sale result for 2023 May. The detached home year over year change in 416, a detached home 20.3% increase sales, and 905 22.2% increase, average 21.8%. But if you look at the average price, 416 remained the same, and 905 there was a 1% increase. If you look at semi-detached, sale was minus 8.9 in 416 and positive 15.7% in semis in 905 area. As I mentioned in my previous conversation, the lots of people are moving towards or away from the big city so they can afford to have a detached home versus a condominium or townhome, because the price has gone up significantly and small cities are now growing, the towns are growing. So therefore, I always suggest that if you work remotely, you don't need to be present, or maybe once a week, you might consider buying a property away from the big city. And you get a detached home, newer version, and growing development will create tremendous value appreciation equity for your house down the line. Now, townhomes in 416 there was an increase year over year, 15.8% increase in sale. In 905, 24.3%. And condo 416 there was a sale increase of 34.3%, and 905, 49.9%. 905 area is outperforming 416 area. So that means you need to think about it, that you might want to move away from the big city. Now let's look at the average price for semi in 416 was a minus 2% year over year, where 905 it was 3.9% increase in average price. If you look at townhouse in 416 was an increase of 1.8%. In 905 it was 2.9%. In condo it was a minus 1.1% decrease in average price, and minus 6.3% in 905 area. So that reflects upon everything what's happening here. Now, real GDP growth in quarter one was 3.1%, according to Toronto Real Estate Board, Toronto Regional Real Estate Board Market Watch for May. And obviously, Toronto employment growth was 2.4% in April. And inflation in April was 4.4%. So actually, it was down. In March, it gone up again. And this is strange, isn't it? How they calculate this, analyze it. So that's where they don't want too much buying and selling. They want to cool down the buying behavior of consumers. And that's why. So we're going to look at the average that we have for last year, the last 5 months. So we look at this. In January, overall, we have 3,088 transactions, and our average price was $1,037,562. In February, we have 4,754 transactions, so increase. Our average price increase also $1,096,156. In March, our sale increased 6,880, and our average price increased $1,108,291. So it was gradually. So there was a significant improvement from January to February, then small improvement, about 15,000 in February to March. Now, in April, we went 7,509 transactions, and average price was increased to $1,153,277. So if you plus minus, you're looking at about, I would say, 45,000. So there was a big jump from March to April. Now let's look at this May. We have a 9,012 transaction. Our average price has increased to $1,196,101. So you can see that there is about 43,000 again increase. So we're catching up on the sale. We're also catching up on the mortgage, the average price across Canada. So I always advise, these are benchmark based on average price, dumping all the transaction together. But you need to hire a professional in your jurisdiction, your area, who can help you determine the estimated market value of your property. They create this. So price will differentiate from location, at location where you are, the community you are in, on the street, in your community, in your city, and it's very, very important, and also characteristic of the property. Uniqueness, how updated your property is, landscaping. When you walk in, there has a curb appeal. When they walk in the door, is a newer door, and you can see painted well presented, decorated, and lots of upgrades. A lot of people don't like the carpet stairs. They want to have a hardwood staircase. So kitchen, they want a granite countertop or a quartz instead of regular kitchen. So it's bathroom needs to be updated. Your shower head needs to be changed. Tiling has to be changed. And wherever there is a need for hardwood, you have to install hardwood. Windows need to be changed to make sure they're more efficient windows. And similarly, when you do the upgrades in the house, you maintain the value of the property. So avoid, because you never know under these circumstances, when there is a storm in real estate, that means there is a challenges in real estate to afford and maintain the ownership of a house. And you never know, your circumstances will change, and you will have a few months of your equity or some saving left to protect you. Therefore, you should be in a position to sell your house and take your equity, or borrow money from family and friends, or make sure you have a good relation with the lender, and you can also survive. But right now, it's a lengthy process to go through this, what's going on right now. So I do not see any change coming or reduction in rate coming in 23. So anything happen potentially will happen in 24. But by that time, we already have increased enough that justifies to bring it down because they want to cool the economy. And this is why it's very important that we keep monitoring it. It's very important that you go to Bank of Canada and subscribe to their service. They notify you when there is an interest rate high. So you always look at your budget. How often do you see that budget? Look at your budget and cut down unnecessary expenses to make sure you are able to avoid this perfect storm in real estate and stay in your house. I thank you very much for watching. If you want to subscribe to Awaz TV, YouTube channel, Facebook, please visit YouTube channel as well as Awaz TV. You can watch on Awaz Entertainment 580 on IPTV. And you can also visit realtycoffeetalk.com to watch and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching Realty Coffee Talk. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Bye for now. May God bless you all. May God bless Canada. Bye for now.